For obvious reasons, buying a new construction home looks like the perfect deal. I mean, it's a brand new home with modern layouts and no bidding wars. But what I do find is a lot of buyers don't realize just how different the process is when compared to buying a resale home, and how easy it is to get caught off guard because of those differences. So here in this video, I'm breaking down why new construction may not always be the best deal, but if you are buying new construction, how to make sure you're doing it the right way. Okay, before we jump into this, let me just be clear on this. I'm not anti-new construction. In fact, actually quite the opposite. I've helped a number of people buy a new built home. It's just that I have seen where people, they go into it expecting one thing only to experience a very different thing. So I don't want that to be you if you do decide to purchase a new build home. Okay, so let's start here with what I'll call the upgrade reality, because when you have a builder, when they're advertising a new build or a new build community, I should say, what they're advertising is a base price that, well, usually looks pretty attractive.
I love it! I love it!
The problem with that base price is that is the most basic version of the home, which is not the model homes that they have you tour. Yeah, that advertised base price, that's designed to get you in the door. Those model homes, they're designed to inspire you to make a purchase. More times than not, the flooring, the cabinets, the countertops, the lighting, even the landscaping in the backyard, or more times than not, those are all upgrades that you're seeing in those model homes. And what catches most buyers off guard is not the fact that upgrades are even a thing. I think it's pretty safe to say that most buyers buying a new construction home, they already know that upgrades do exist. No, what catches many buyers off guard is just how quickly those upgrades, they can potentially start to add up. And again, I'm not saying new construction's bad, it's horrible, stay away. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that you do need to budget a little bit differently when you are buying new construction versus when you're buying a resale home. Hey, real quick, before we do go any further, if this is your first time here, my name's Jose and I am your SoCal Realtor. Here we help Inland Empire homeowners sell smart, buy their next home better, and move with confidence. So if you are thinking about making a move, feel free to reach out. My team and I, we are here and ready to help. But enough about that. Let's go ahead and get back to the rest of the video. As I just said, new construction doesn't work the same as when you're buying resale, meaning the builders, they typically keep the pricing of the homes pretty consistent, pretty steady across the board throughout the community that they're building. So instead of being able to negotiate on the price like you would if you were buying a resale home, instead, you're going to find that most builders, they'll typically do things like that. They'll include incentives such as closing cost credits, interest rate buy-down credits, and design center upgrade credits. And while no, you're not able to negotiate the price, but those incentives, I mean, sometimes they can really be great when you are buying a new build home. Something I do want to bring up, very, very important to keep in mind, is the on-site sales rep represents the builder. I mean, yes, they'll help you with things like answering questions you might have, pointing out, okay, this location, these lots are going to be ready on this date, helping you with any paperwork. I mean, they're very helpful, but they're not going to negotiate anything on your behalf. Again, they work for and represent the builder. That's why it's always important to make sure that you don't go it alone. Make sure that you have your own representation, someone that's there to represent you and make sure that your best interests are taken into consideration too. And listen, in most cases, it's not going to cost you anything extra to have that. Another thing buyers should plan for when buying new construction is timing.
You lost me.
What I mean by that is if you're buying a home that's not built yet, such as a spec home, those build timelines that they give you, I mean, keep in mind, those are estimates. They're not guarantees. Sure, they're usually pretty close with those estimates. In fact, sometimes they're like right on it. But delays can happen for any number of reasons outside the builder's control. I mean, you could have things pop up like material delays. You could have appliance delays, county or city inspection delays. You could have weather delays. And if you're a buyer that's buying a new build home, that again, it's not built yet, but you need a little bit of flexibility with the timing. Meaning you're selling a house in order to make this purchase, or maybe you're relocating from out of the area, or just any other number of reasons that might cause you to need a little bit of flexibility, then yeah, I mean, potential delays, that's definitely gonna be something that's gonna matter to you. Quick caveat though, yes, there are a few things that you can do to help when it comes to creating some of that flexibility though. My point though is no, new construction is not necessarily bad. I mean, it certainly can work out great. It's just that if you are buying a new build home that has to be built, hasn't been built yet, then it's extremely important that you plan ahead and that you have backup plans just in case. Hey, by the way, if you are thinking about buying a new construction home, I put together a free new construction home buyer's guide. It talks about everything we've talked about here in this video, in fact, actually a little bit more, but you can grab it after the video. You'll find the link for that down below. Next up are the builder contracts, and that they do work a little bit different than the contracts for purchasing a resale home, meaning, I mean, they might have things like required lenders to use. This is something that's very common, that they'll likely require you to use their lender if you want to receive any of those incentives I was just talking about. Deposit structures that work differently. Deposits with new construction homes, they're usually going to be structured a little bit differently than they are with resale homes. And not that that's necessarily in itself an issue, it's just that you want to make sure that you understand how it works. You want to make sure that you know when that deposit potentially becomes non-refundable, because you don't want any surprises. Shorter inspection timelines. Yes, it's new construction, but inspections do still matter. It's just that they are scheduled a little bit differently. Of course, none of this automatically makes new construction bad. No, not at all. It's just that I'm hoping you're seeing a trend here. It's just that I want to make sure that you're aware of this before going in. Now, as I just mentioned, inspections, that's actually another one that I do find a lot of would-be buyers do have a misunderstanding about. Again, yes, I know we're talking about new construction, but they do still need inspection. Inspections aren't necessarily about trying to find fault.
And it's all your fault.
No, inspections are just about trying to make sure that everything's completed the way it was supposed to be before you move in. As I said earlier, if you are thinking about buying a new construction home, don't forget to grab my free new construction home buyer's guide. You'll find the link for that down in the description section below. Of course, if you do have any questions at all, or if you are thinking about buying or selling, new construction or not, my contact information, that's also below. Feel free to reach out. Otherwise, until then, we'll catch you on the next one.